Hey, Grace Life family. First of all, man, we're excited that starting this Sunday, we're going to be able to gather together once again for worship. Now, it's going to be different than it has been in the past, and obviously you're very aware of that. But we wanted to kind of just take a few minutes and help you understand, help you see what you can expect when you come on the campus, maybe for the first time in a couple months. So what I want to do is kind of walk you through what you can expect either this Saturday evening or Sunday morning when you decide to come. First of all, it's going to be weird, right? This whole time is kind of weird, but not everybody's ready to give a bear hug again or shake a hand yet. So as you come into contact with people, just be mindful of that throughout this whole process as we begin to reopen things. Have that attitude of being selfless. So think of others as best you can during this whole time. Don't run up and hug somebody. They may not be ready for that just yet. So just keep that selflessness in the front of your mind. Physically around here, since we've last gathered, a lot of things have changed. You may have noticed the sign when you come in Sunday. The Heritage Christian Academy sign is up now. And as you'll see in a moment, as you come into the campus again, you'll see the offices are being repainted and the Heritage is moving in. So physically, you might be caught off guard by some of those changes, but these are exciting things that we've talked about and planned for that we're starting to see happen. Another weird thing is you're having to make a reservation to come to church. We get that. It's strange. It's not, and hopefully it's not long term. Hopefully we're going to be moving beyond this, but for now, it's just what we got to do to safely assemble once again. So if you have any questions about making reservations for what service you'd like to attend, feel free to call the church office. We'll be glad to walk you through that if you have any questions about that. So as you come on campus, we're going to have everybody park on the Lou George Loop side of our campus, and that's what you're seeing right here, the main parking area. So we're going to ask everybody to park on this side. Again, it's not going to be packed because of a limited amount of people coming in. So we're going to ask you to park on this side and come in through the main double glass doors that we're going to go into right now. You'll come in through these main doors. We'll have our reservation list, so we'll know who's coming in for this service. And so that just helps us make sure we're staying as safe as we can. So as you come into the corridor here, we'll have some hand sanitizer stations ready for you. And then we'll also, for those that would like to have a mask, we have some masks that have been graciously donated to us for you to use as needed. Now, as you've seen already, 2 services will be mask required. So if you're coming to those services, we do ask, bring your mask if you have one. If you don't have one and you can't get one, obviously these will be available for you to have. But for those 2 services, we are asking everybody to wear a mask. Now, the stage, though, Joel can't preach through a mask and Mike can't sing through a mask. So those people that are on the stage in our worship ministry, they won't be wearing a mask, but they're going to stay on the stage. We have seats for them as well, so they won't come down off the stage if they're not wearing a mask. So you'll come in through the main doors. Our pastors will be here to kind of help guide you into the sanctuary. All the doors will be propped open for you, so you won't, basically it's a no-touch environment. You won't have to touch anything throughout the whole morning or evening that you're here. We're not going to pass an offering plate. We're not going to give out worship guides. This is going to be very, just you can put your hand in your pocket when you get out of your car and you don't have to take them out till you get back to your car, that kind of idea. So as you come in, obviously the doors will be propped open. On either side of the room, we'll have an offering drop box. If you want to do that, if you need an offering envelope, we'll have that available for you as well. So you'll come in to the main doors and then you come into the worship center. Obviously we've got chairs set up a lot differently now. As you can see, they're spaced out in groups of 2, 3, or 4, even 5 for some. A couple of our pastors will be in the room to help you get what your family needs to have as far as seating. We do ask that your families sit together, all right? As much as we want to group up again, we're just not quite there yet. So we're going to ask you to keep that safe social distancing at 6 feet apart. We've already got the chairs pretty much set up that way. However, if you're a family of 4, let's say, and you come to this seating of 3, we will slide a chair over for you. We will help you figure out where you need to pull a chair from, and we're going to help you kind of just, again, keep that distance as well. Again, if you have problems getting reservations, we recognize that there may be some services that you'd rather be at that are filled up. As long as we have to take reservations, just continue to work through that. If you have any concerns or questions about that, just call the church office. So once you get into the sanctuary, the worship center, we're going to ask you to come all the way and move all the way across. So don't stop at the first seats. And unfortunately, you may not be able to go to your favorite seat just yet. So we're just going to ask everybody to continue to move all the way through and fill up the auditorium, starting on that side and just working our way back this way. Again, there'll be a couple pastors in the room to help you do that. Now, we also recognize, we're not having childcare. So we're going to ask you to please don't go into the nursery area or whatever. If you're here with your little ones and they get restless, we are going to have the fireside room open. We're going to be streaming the service on the monitors in there. It's not necessarily an overflow room, it's just a place that you can take your little ones out if they get too restless to stay in the room. Now we recognize, they may make a noise or whatever, that's fine. We're family. We're just gonna be glad to be in the same room together. But if they get to the point where you want to take them out, the fireside room will be available. We'll also have a changing table set up in there as well for those of you that might need that. We're going to maintain social distancing throughout the service, but it would be nice to worship together. When the service is over, as much as we want to hang out and linger, we needed you to vacate the room, because we're going to come through before and in between services and after. We're going to sanitize everything. We're going to spray down all the chairs, all the doorways and bathrooms. You're only here for an hour, so maybe you won't have to, but if you have to use the restroom, the 2 main restrooms will be available, and we'll clean those, like I said, before, during, and after as best we can. Once the service is over, we will ask everybody to exit through what we call the playground entrance over there, and that way you'll be back out into the parking lot where you parked. So that way we're kind of moving everybody in the same direction. We're not having to cross over everybody just yet. Again, just keep in mind that selflessness, and that'll make everybody's worship experience, a little more comfortable. Not everybody's in the same place yet. And so hopefully this will help you have a better understanding, better expectations of what you might experience this Sunday morning or Saturday night, depending on which service you come to. And hopefully this will be, short-lived. Hopefully we can get back to whatever our new normal is going forward. There's a lot of things that are changing on a daily basis, and so obviously our schedule is going to adjust as we move forward. Be patient with us. We're going to try to figure out what's the best number of services we need to offer and what times, and so we'll try to communicate like we have through all of our digital platforms as best we can. So again, we appreciate you being patient with us, and just continue to pray that the Lord will lead us exactly and give us the discernment we need to maneuver these challenging times. We're excited that you're going to join us starting this weekend, and look forward to worshiping our Lord together.